Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is AS and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video will be a review for the latest Far Cry game. As a title that happens in the same environment and with a few of the characters from Far Cry 5, Far Cry New Dawn surprised me in a few ways. Among of those pleasant revelations were two key discoveries. First, I could not believe that it took me this long to check out this title. On the other hand, it turned out to be my favorite Far Cry title, surpassing Far Cry 3. The latter will be kept in my top 100 video games of all time due to nostalgia and the impact of one of its antagonists, but I can attest that, in my opinion, the former is the better product. Why is that the case? Time to find out. Without further ado, let's review Far Cry New Dawn, which was released in 2019 and for transparency purposes was played on the PlayStation 5. Story. You play as a captain who is traveling across the country on a train when you are attacked by a group called the Highwaymen. Led by two twin sisters, Mickey and Lou, the group kidnaps a key member of the group and you are tasked with rescuing him, rebuilding your group, and exacting revenge on the group and the sisters in particular. Spoilers aside, I enjoyed the narrative whenever the sisters were on screen. They are menacing and can be unpredictable. I still believe that Vaas from Far Cry 3 is the best antagonist in the Far Cry franchise, but I would lie if I said that Mickey and Lou were not close to his powerful performance. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said about the main speechless protagonist or the side characters aside from Carmina. I cared about her well-being throughout the experience. I can't say the same about the other quote-unquote good characters. Overall, the story is alright, with high peaks during the encounters with the twin sisters. Visuals and audio design. I will get my impressions of the audio design out of the way first, since it is rather straightforward. The gun sounds and the voices from wild animals are average. The same can be said about the voiceovers, with the exceptions of Carmina and the twin sisters. You can probably tell by now that I only really liked 3 characters from the game, which is about the same number of characters that I like from the other Far Cry games I played, aka Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4. When it comes to the graphics, I am mixed. On one hand, the character design and facial animations in the in-game cutscenes are great for a Far Cry title. I also really like the lighting, particularly when it is about to be either sunrise or sundown. On the other hand, the general environments, characters outside of the cutscenes, guns, and wild animals look extremely similar to their representation in Far Cry 4. Now that we entered the era of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X, I hope that we will start seeing a graphical jump that will place upcoming Far Cry games away from the previous titles in this specific category. Gameplay. If you played any Far Cry title, you know what to expect here. Play through the story, liberate various outposts, and unlock towers to reveal hidden points on the map, which include several collectibles. Nevertheless, Far Cry New Dawn incorporates new mechanics that sets it apart from other titles in the franchise to a certain degree. When you unlock towers, you don't necessarily reveal outposts. Instead, you must be on the lookout for informers who will tell you the exact location of the outposts. They are not hard to find. They can usually be found at your home or while driving around the environment. Speaking of your home, you can upgrade different subsections of your map. These upgrades can provide better vehicles, better guns, better gun for hire groups, and better maps. In order to upgrade those sections of your camp, you need ethanol, which you can get from either hijacking enemy trucks or airplane drops, or replaying outposts on higher difficulties. It may be daunting at first, but you will get plenty of ethanol by the time you finish every outpost on the hardest difficulty, and they are not hard if you have the right weapons. When I talk about the right weapons, I'm talking about the correctly ranked weapons. Let me explain. As opposed to other Far Cry titles that I have played, the weapons are tiered. You have common, rare, epic, and legendary weapons. If you upgrade your camp to the max, you can craft legendary weapons, and if you have 1 or 2 legendary weapons, getting through the outposts at the higher difficulty settings should be a breeze. It makes you feel powerful, and I really like this weapon ranking system. Equipping these legendary weapons will also help you with a few campaign missions that have a slight difficulty spike, as well as the cooperative mode in the game. Titled Expeditions, you are tasked with completing heist missions. You need to infiltrate a given location, retrieve a package, go to the landing zone, and wait for the chopper to arrive and rescue you. These missions are manageable on the easiest difficulty. The harder difficulties may be tricky without the legendary weapons or a partner. There is a matchmaking system in Far Cry New Dawn, but I suggest that you play with someone that you know. Otherwise, both you and your random partner will go full Rambo and may or may not get killed in the process. As a whole, I really like the gameplay of Far Cry New Dawn, and I hope that certain mechanics, the weapon tier system in particular, will be incorporated and improved upon in future Far Cry titles. Fun factor: after several disappointing Ubisoft titles in the past few years, Far Cry New Dawn is a nice change of pace. It does not bombard you with a map that is too big for its own good, or collectibles with a quantity that will give you a headache. It is concise, it is straightforward, and it implements its gameplay mechanics very well. I cannot deny that I had a very good time while completing Far Cry New Dawn. In the end, Far Cry New Dawn is my favorite game in the franchise to date. The villains were more than serviceable, the different tiers for weapons nicely balanced the game's difficulty setting, and the expedition mode is an absolute blast. I haven't had this much fun with a Far Cry game since the third entry, and I tried Far Cry 4, Far Cry Primal, and Far Cry 5. I only beat one of those games, and I had to give up on the other two out of sheer disinterest. I have faith that Far Cry 6 will at the very least include a decent story, since the antagonist is none other than Giancarlo Esposito, a key player in one of the best television series ever made, Breaking Bad. Until we reach the title's release, I certainly recommend that you give New Dawn a try if you have not done so already, and you are looking for a Ubisoft-esque title that does not overdo it with its world scale and amount of collectibles. I will give Far Cry New Dawn from 2019 an 8.8 out of 10. Well folks, that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for checking it out. Are you interested in Far Cry New Dawn? Have you played it? What do you think about it? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Till next time, have a great day or evening wherever you are. My name is AES, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.